But the beige attitude is... Like I heard somebody today talking about centrist. They said they were going to be a centrist government. Centrist. There's no such thing as a centrist. A centrist is a cop-out. There's no nice guy. Let's believe in the nice government and the nice market. And that's where the beiges live. Because you don't need to admit anything when you're in the middle. You can say, oh, well, a wee bit of this and a wee bit of that. I kind of believe in God. I believe in a certain energy. Bullshit. Make up your mind.
With it. Yes, get on with it!
Get on with it!
How much time? 30? 30 seconds? I'm on right now. I don't believe you.
Run.
What?
Right, okay. I had a bit of a mic issue there. I don't suppose anybody heard any of that. I wasn't muted. No, it was... I just needed to refresh something. Well, I guess I'm going to have to do that 20-30 seconds or so again, aren't I? Welcome to the Brews at 10. On my left eye, I'm your humble host, Lefty. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Thumbs up and all of that business. I'll do the abridged version of the introduction. Peasants Revolts, nice to see you in chat. Hope you enjoyed the little introduction there. Andrew Luke as well. I was just checking out one of your episodes the other day. In fact, highly recommend people go and check out Andrew Luke's channel. We had the pleasure of doing a collab as well recently with the second season of Screenwash. So, Screenwash, yeah, Screen Cleaner, even. So, Davinia's also with us, and the Shouty Bloke, Specs Bean Farmer, quite a lot of familiar faces. Katie Marshall also celebrating 12 months of standard membership, nice to see you on stream. Nice to see you celebrating that month anniversary as well. Solidari-Tea. This Tuesday, Brews Day. Graham Turner's also with us. Got a lot of familiar faces here already. Top people. Speaking of top people, here's the latest members list. Oh, I've not adjusted that. Sorry. This isn't a cop-out, I assure you. Or a con, even. Where is it? Yeah, sorry, we're on 106, not 117. Adjust that, Phil. 106. Yeah, and you can count them before your very eyes. Including a lot of people, including a lot of the people who I can see in chat as well. JK's just jumped in as well, nice to see you. Eddie Lukill, Mr. Jared, so many awesome people joining us in the chat and stream. Thanks for being here. And well, what do we have coming up? Got a little bit more about the so-called Unite the Kingdom demo, a few more embarrassing examples, including a little more about one which we spoke about on Sunday on the last stream. Also the latest few updates on the hot seat in Makerfield as well. A couple of other bits of general UK politics, of course, including... See, it's a double issue. We've got the by-election and the leadership challenge going on. They're kind of interconnected, obviously, with Andy Burnham, of course, being the connecting part, the fulcrum of this thing. Or nucleus, whatever. I'll think of something. We'll think of something, won't we? Write it on the pad so that I can read it. Sit around. Okay. Well, was I? Yeah, lots to come on stream. Lots of ways that you can support the stream as well as the channel. First of all, please do go and give our most recent content a boost. If you'd please go and open our most recent video. And if you're watching on a mobile device, please hit thumbs up and then hit the hype button. It should ask you if you want to contribute some hype points. It's completely free for you to do so at just the press of a button. And your quota of hype points renews every week. So please do that, as well as hitting thumbs up, as I said, on this stream. Super chats available, as well as super stickers also. I will read out all super chats, as long as it's within T's and C's, all the rest of that business. If you're watching back later on, there's super thanks, as well as the Buy Me a Coffee page. You'll find that in the description of any content on the channel, if you're looking for the link. and to join the list of awesome people whose names you just saw on the members roster. It's just 99 pence, lots of perks to enjoy, so hit the join button as well. Lots of buttons, just a few simple gestures go a long way to helping out the channel, including a membership or gifted membership, if you prefer, for just a fraction of the price of a tasty hot beverage. Can't say fairer than that, can you, people? Quality. Divinia, how you doing? I've not seen that video. I've seen the thumbnail for it. I've seen other Gary Stevens, Gary's economics stuff. I remember seeing that over the last few days. I've honestly not had time to catch up with all of videos. In fact, I seldom do, to be honest. But I might check that one out. We do have a triple comedy bill, actually. Not just in the quality content within the stream as we go through various topics, but from other YouTubers, etc. So we're going to dive in with the first one in just a moment. Some of these are first time viewings for me as well. I do like to do that where possible. Give a first time reaction to the comedy clips. In case I forget in just a moment, when we go over to the first one, I should warn you that from the very outset, the very beginning of the clip, there is some very strong content, very strong humour. So anybody of a particular disposition, you might want to just turn your device down a little bit in a few moments. And I do mean quite strong. Not in terms of language, in terms of theme of joke. It's kind of meta. It's a comedian impersonating another comedian, actually. So I think I've done all of the business with the stall. All the obligatory plugs and whatnot. Just one more though. Of course, it's a stream with a poll, so please do fill out the poll. Very simple one. Just literally thought of it a few moments before we came on stream, to be honest. But in the midst of all of this, with the Green Party announcing that they'll now be standing a candidate in Makerfield for the by-election, where will they finish? First, second, third, or fourth, or lower? Pretty simple. Most of you think third at the moment. 39%. It's a tie for first and second, both on 22%. 17% of you think fourth or lower. Yet to see if what they called renew, refresh, retrieve, restore, that's it. If Rupert Lowe's Restore are going to field candidates, and if so, then whom? Do I have more updates about candidates and things as we get into hot seats later in the stream. For now, though, the comedy cometh, people. And we... Oh, where's the background music? What happened, Phil? Background music. We have the first comedy clip now. Like I said, it's an impersonation of a comedian. Someone who I've featured once or twice before on the show, doing an impression of James O'Brien. That's not who he's doing this time around. It's actually a British comedian and tax evader, Jimmy Carr. That Jimmy Carr of 8 out of 10 cats, so on and so forth. Right, yeah, so like I said, and I have remembered again, very strong material from the outset. Obviously, Jimmy Carr, the real one, goes for a lot of shock value in his jokes as well. Tony Lapidus certainly rips that pretty well. And this is a first time viewing for me, actually. for the most part, I've seen the first sort of 10-15 seconds. That's about it. But enough to know that there is some very strong content in there. Hide behind your sofas if you're adverse to that kind of thing. Don't say you weren't warned. There's a link in the description for Tony Lapidus if you want to check out the YouTube channel, which you should, and go and subscribe.
Took a lovely young lady out on a first date the other night. Oh, I say that. It was the first date for her. She was only 10. That's a joke. She was only 5. UK local elections, everybody's talking about it, everybody's worried about it. Rise of the far right. We all voted in the UK local elections, right? Yeah, voting's good. Just out of interest, anybody vote for Nigel Farage? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah, you young man. What's your name?
My name's Stu.
Stu?
Yeah.
Stu, just out of interest, why did you vote for him?
Because I think sooner or later, if we don't do something about it, we're going to be extinct to the Muslims.
Because sooner or later we're going to be extinct by the Muslims? Not soon enough. Jesus Christ, you should go extinct last decade. Do everybody a fucking favour. The truth is, I don't even believe in the left-right divide anymore. I don't believe in it. I think that the left and the right should come together, unite, and do everything good for the country, do everything positive for the country, do everybody a favour. That's why my advice for people like Stu is take your left hand to cooperate with your right hand, slap yourself over the fucking face with it. Anybody in here vote for the Greens Party, Polanski's Green Party?
Woo!
You, madam?
Yeah.
Yeah? Gnashers weren't enough to put you off? No? There's so much space between those teeth that even NASA's fucking intimidated. There's more room between those teeth than even fucking Stu's mum's family.
It's a send-up of Jimmy Carr. Don't get riled up. Remember, it's a send-up of it's a comedy of a comedy. Layers within layers, worlds within worlds. Getting meta tonight, people.
I should know, I used to swim in it. It's like Michael Phelps' wet fucking dream.
And in fact, if I do an impression of Tony Lapidus, it adds another layer, another world.
But the truth is, the sad truth is that stereotypes are on the rise. Discrimination is on the rise. This young lady here, you're wearing a hijab and all that. First of all, thank you for coming to the show. Would you say from your experiences that stereotypes are on the rise?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, who are you with?
Just with my friend.
Your friend?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't mean to pry, but does your husband know that you leave the house without permission tonight? What? I'm just seriously worried for her fucking safety. The truth is, I actually tried converting to Islam. Diversity is our strength and all that. So I went to my local imam in Primrose Hill. You can still find him, but you just have to look really fucking hard. The truth is, I was hearing such bad things about the Quran, so I decided to read it myself. And you know what? I kind of liked it. So I went to my local imam, I said I want to convert. And they rejected me. Yeah, turns out they only accept ginger cards. I said I might not be ginger, but I'll meet you halfway. Anyway, I tried to convince him, but it didn't matter what I did. He just got angrier and angrier. I said to him, calm down, no need to explode on me. What? He said, with that kind of attitude, you're never going to be one of fucking us, are you?
Well, he has really got Jimmy Carr. Well, I say bang to right, so it's a good impression. Good impression. Tony Lapidus is the name you're looking for, Graham. There's a link in the description, as always, for his YouTube channel. Go and check out Tony Lapidus. Awesome stuff. More comedy to come as we get through the stream. Let's bring back the funk, please, Philippe. People. Let's get into issues.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
A good question in the chat, JK. There was something about Jimmy Carr doing a set at an Israeli thing. Was it recently? A lot of controversy around that, of course. I think was it other people have done so in the past. Yeah, solo artists. I believe U.T.K as well. A long time ago, took a lot of stick for that move. Yeah, I'm not sure if he actually went through with it. What his stance is, of course, on the whole thing. But well reminded. Almost forgot about that. Okay, yeah, carrying on from something on Sunday's stream. I did verbally describe a video that I didn't play. We are going to go through that now because, yes, it has been quite sensational. Apparently it's gone viral, but not for the right reasons, not for reasons that you'd want to go viral. Of course, if anybody wasn't on the Sunday stream or knows what I'm talking about, this was at the so-called Unite the Kingdom rally, and they had a bit of a, air quotes, concert, variety concert afterwards, which included a bacon with raw rashers of bacon on his shoulders, which we saw on Sunday, as well as a trio of so-called singers who entered the stage in hijabs because, you know, they're just so funny, and it's not about race or anything, it's about uniting and bringing together and things, yes, certainly. But there was this, and yeah, a rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone, which of course famously echoes around stadia across the world, particularly Anfield, Liverpool's stadium, and they absolutely butchered it. It was this guy here who's come out since with a backlash. Apparently the clip going around has been doctored, it's been altered, according to he, and he's been misrepresented. He, according to his claims, can sing the song pitch perfectly, and this is just it's a hoax, is what it is. We'll be going on to that in a moment, but again, another pre-warning, people. As I described on Sunday, this is awful. It really is awful. Yeah, sounds like a bag of drowned cats. Really, there's no way just to describe how bad it is, but I have to subject you to this, for example, as an exhibit of evidence, that is, because you can... God. I'll be honest, in uploading this to the broadcast software, even I couldn't bear more than a couple of seconds of it. We'll see how we do. It's completely off key. Now, I'll remind you, as I did on Sunday, the three backing singers seem to be singing in the right key. And as you can tell by the look on the faces, they are somewhat revolted by the efforts coming from the singer, who's wearing a Union flag suit. Looks like a right douchebag. Might kind of remind you of somebody else. To do with music, I guess. And I'll come on to that in a moment. I won't say whom. But whilst you're attempting to tolerate this rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone, just have a look at the guy, just see if there's any likeness there between anyone else who you can think of related to music, and we'll come on to that afterwards with he's done a video of his not rebuttal but his claim that this is in fact AI, and he can sing it. He can't. He really can't. Let's see and unfortunately hear what's happening, people. I'm so sorry. I really am genuinely sorry that I have to subject you to this. Jesus Christ of fucking Bethlehem. Wait, before I do, sorry, I'm getting some buffering. Even that half second you heard there is a bit of a hint. Just see if this writes itself. Just give me a few seconds, people. Yeah, we're back. I'm back. It's back on the broadcast software. Yep. Okay, once again, apologies for subjecting you to this. But it really it sums up the whole thing very well, I think. The poorly attended, let's remember as well, only half as many people showed up as the last one in September. So, we can keep going at that rate. Really, I'm sorry. Especially to Liverpool fans, any Liverpool fans watching this. I know we do have viewers in Merseyside. Apologies. Solidarity from Manchester. These backing singers here, yeah. Come on. And this guy here. And there's a sort of look at even Yaxley Lennon there can't bear it. A sort of look of regret when you take a look at the backing singers there, like what they got themselves into with this gig. Did they not rehearse? They're just right. Oh, they rang backing singers are us. You know, You'll Never Walk Alone. Yeah, the Liverpool song. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that one. Like, but yeah, the original key. Oh yeah, he'll nail it. Don't worry about it. No need to rehearse. Just show up at Parliament Square in London. What do you mean? What's it for? It's just for this charity thing. All right. Yeah. See you there. Yep. 12 quid each. Okay. See it. That's probably how it went down with the booking for the backing singers. Walk on. Please walk off. Don't walk on, walk off the fucking stage. This guy, do you remember? Oh, fucking hell. Do you remember on Sunday I mentioned a certain film you might have seen when you were a kid? In fact, it's one of our viewers' favourite films. Sorry, I can't remember who it was. Said in chat that it's the favourite film. The Goonies. Yeah, this might remind you of a certain character from The Goonies. Or if you've ever seen any documentaries about royal family inbreeding in Europe during the 16th century. Do you want a rocky road, mate? Do you want a rocky road? Oh no, it's Ruth, innit? That's the ice cream. Oh God. Well, if things go tits up, you know he's going to be lifting the boulder out the way so everybody can get out the fucking cave. Maybe Ruth. Ruth! Ruth! Oh, if I weren't laughing, I'd be crying. Fucking hell. He's fucking getting pulled off. That's fucking it, mate. Never enough. Oh God, it's a strange feeling even I am in agreement with Tommy 10 Names there. Yeah, he's got to go. He's got to go. It's just the way he comes on. Yeah, there's only really Slough from the Goonies who's enjoying it out there, mate. And I'll be honest, you're 3.5 tones off the original key. Oh, big finish now. Big finish. Oh my god.
Right.
That lady there, the backing singer, fucking hell.
Right. Yeah. Right.
That look. What in the hell am I doing here, look? Oh, that was terrible. Yeah, thanks a lot, we'll let you know. That was so bad. That was so bad. Like, yeah, maybe she wasn't even expecting Yaxley Lennon to be there. She was like in the process of realising what the gig was all about while she was singing. But that was... I've seen some bad shit in my time, people, but... Oh, fucking hell. Had to be done. Give me what I need to drink. Tea. Oh, God. Surprised I don't need something stronger after that. Yeah, I don't know, peasants. Vivolt. Probably just went on backingsingers.co.uk or something and that was it. Shouty Bloke maybe hates Liverpool. Maybe. But yeah, did you see any resemblance there? Resemblance to anyone to do with music, like I mentioned? Just remind yourselves of that as we go through this response. Because according to him, he absolutely nailed it. He absolutely knocked it out the park. And he doesn't know where this clip's come from. Or how somebody literally managed to manipulate it almost in real time as it was uploaded onto social media. I'll go through a few other points as we watch the clip. Don't know his name, don't give a dusty fuck, to be honest. But here he is, and this is his response.
And of course, like I said, we're going to get into the deep fake thing, right? So it's definitely 100%.
He's from the
I know the
northeast.
style. It's ethno-nuts. And what they did is
It's ethno-nut? Hang on.
And of course, like I said, we're going to get into the deep fake thing, right? So it's definitely 100%. I know the style. It's ethno-nuts.
Now, speaking as a sociological academic and also someone who's qualified in British government and politics, what in the fucking hell is an ethno-nut? An ethno-nut? Like K-N-A-T, like the small winged insect? Or does he mean ethno-nationalist? Ethno-nationalist, is that what he means? If he's talking about ethno-nationalism or nationalism in general, then he's talking about the far right. And if you just want to look over your right shoulder, dickhead, you might notice the flag there. If you want to talk about... yeah, it's that. It's those ethno-nuts. Yeah, they've AI'd it.
And what they did is they deep-faked a couple of clips of us singing from the live stream.
Show us the genuine one then. Apparently, according to the far right and the organisers, there were... Can I just see the latest on the stats? There were 73 million people there on Saturday, and not one of them took a video of that, according to perfect rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone. Apparently only footage that's been deepfaked exists and is out there, but you can't provide any evidence to the contrary. Where is it? Where's the... Did none of your friends film you from the side of the stage? the roadies? Do you have roadies? Do you have anything at all? Again, I'll keep it bottled till the end of this short clip, but just looking at him, does he remind you of anybody? Sort of hair and facial hairstyle as we go through this? Show us, Mr. Dickhead, where's the fucking video of you landing every single note? It's not out there, is it? Because it doesn't exist.
And they put it through AI, and they basically changed my voice to be out of tune.
What they did, right, they took us song, right, and they put it through the machine, and you press this button, right, and it shites it all up, mate. Put me in a bad mood for the whole day.
All right? And then they published it, and it went viral. And I mean super viral. So right now there's hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of...
Yeah, because of your shit singing, my fucking Awesome Wes Streeting video didn't even get a look in. I spent more than 8 minutes on that bastard video. Because of you and your viral stuff. You twat with a shirt like fucking 70s wallpaper.
People watching these clips and thinking that's actually how we sang.
Show us how you actually sang. I'll just bring it up. I'm not going to play the clip again. There's the guy. Who does he remind you of? I'll just give you a couple of seconds there. Because this guy apparently, found this out earlier today, is also in another group where he's the singer, and it's a cover band. It's a tribute act, and his role in the tribute act is the singer of said act. Can you guess the singer and the act? Bearing in mind that this is someone on the far right, of course, and I hear tell, whilst I don't actually know the name, the stage name he uses in that act is somewhat repulsive, vulgar, and relates to, well, being honest, offences including minors. No, not the Bee Gees, something more recent than the Bee Gees. The person, I'll give you a quick clue, because we will have to get moving. I do like to quiz, but I'll give you a quick clue before we get moving on. The person, the singer, it's a singer who he portrays, is deceased and died recently. Hype them, has got it in the chat. Fucking 10 points for Hype them. Yes, Lost Prophets. He's in a Lost Prophets tribute band, and he portrays Ian Watkins. The motherfucker. Yes, of course, Ian Watkins, convicted for child sex offences, was murdered in prison. Was it towards the end of last year? Early this year? Quite recently. And yeah, good shout, Hype them. Only found that out earlier today. Not H from Steps, not that Ian Watkins, no. Not the, there was some confusion during his original conviction and the stories. Apparently someone with the same name from, was it like a pop group from the 90s called Steps. Got some pretty bad hate mail. This guy, and from pictures, he had like a blonde wedge, one of those 1990s wedge haircuts. Yeah. Can you believe it? This guy. And someone else on social media, sorry, can't remember whom, pointed out earlier that if he's going to take this to court, because he's also trying to sue Piers Morgan over this, because Piers Morgan has been on about it and taken the piss out of it. You can fucking step up if you want to get legal with me, mister, as well, because you'll have to sing in court. You'll have to sing in court to prove that you can. Yeah, so even though the march and concert were poorly attended. Half of what they were expecting, half of what they got the last time out. Not a single one of anybody else in the vicinity was recording the tune. There we go. What a douche. What do you think, Colonel Sanders?
He's an asshole, sir.
Yeah. Quite right. Quite right indeed. Andrew Luke Rolf Harris. No. Oh. Alright then. Quick joke. Just before we move on. That's the next bit. Just reminded me of that there, Andrew Luke. Something I heard the other day. Along the lines of British politics, switching from Keir Starmer to Andy Burnham will be like being in a kid's hospital, finding out the Jimmy Savile visit has been cancelled, only to hear the sound of a didgeridoo coming up the corridor. Andy Carter, look at that, celebrating almost just shy of 2 years of membership. Salute to that, sir. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you the whole way as well. Yeah, thanks for celebrating that. Let's big up Andy Carter, legacy member now. One of the eldest, that is, in terms of long-term membership. He's not old. Awesome stuff. Alright, moving on. And this next item comes with a shout-out as well, another shout-out. Because we always like to spread the Solidari-Tea here on My Left Eye. A shout-out to the Saviour. I've played one or two clips of the Saviours before. Now, you might remember this guy, pretty young lad, goes out and does some pretty bold vox pops to call out the far right, to catch out the far right. On this occasion, he was there on Saturday, and he kind of dresses the part. He wears an England football, well, not a proper replica England football shirt, but yeah, one of those with the St. George glasses and stuff. You'll see it in a moment. Blends in, because at this point his channel is getting pretty popular. This guy, deservedly, has hit the ground running and having great success with his channel. So he's anti-racist, of course, anti-Zionist. He's done a lot of stuff in support of Palestine and against Israel on the channel. There's a link in the description which I'd like you to go to as well and check out, because his latest video, which includes footage of him down at the Unite, the Flag Shaggers rally, has been taken down because some Zionist has bitched about it to YT here. Yeah, so let's please go and show him some support. Check out some of his other videos, go and subscribe. I'm certain that anybody watching this live stream and anybody who supports Palestine and hates the far right will enjoy his content, as they will Andrew Luke's as well. Andrew Luke's in the chat, another shout out for Andrew Luke. Quite a few Andrews to keep up with this evening. Doc Davies is with us also. Nice to see you. Fascism Watch as well. Fascism Watch, I'm sure that you'll enjoy the Saviour. Here's a bit of a snippet from his recent venture against the far right. And when you're talking about the people who go to these kind of things, we saw the crowd during that musical number that we witnessed a few moments ago. And now look at this guy. He definitely didn't have ecstasy cereal for breakfast with a certain other substance sprinkled over the top of it that might have emanated from Colombia originally. Look at the state of this, people.
3, 2, 1.
Today with me fucking gay. What's a fucking lefty?
What's the reason you're out here today, bruv?
Bored, innit?
Bored?
No.
Little drink up.
I'm here, right, to be truthful, I'm here to make a statement of all the poor, defenceless women, children getting run, old pensioners getting punched by evil people, like coward yeah, in England, with that, and people like Wally's videoing it, like, instead of doing something. That's what I'm here for, to make action, mate. This is where it should be. Be here to stop it happening.
If you was in charge, yeah?
Video some woman getting it, or some baby.
If you was
This is probably at like 10 in the morning as well, you know.
in charge, what would you do to make our country better?
Of course I would.
If you was in charge, what would you do?
I'd be like Mr. Rupert, mate. No nonsense. No right turn around. You might as well turn around or I'll sink you in the ocean. I'll introduce a little tropical fish called Jaws to make our country safe.
I don't think he's just had a couple of light ales there. Yeah, he can't stay still. Fucking yeah.
You're at the army. You don't need a fucking navy. Breed some sharks.
What a very articulate political argument for being there, Mr. fucking Ebenezer Good.
Oh, I'll go out on my jet ski with a samurai sword like they do. Way! No violence to people who cut their little dinghies. Cut their little dinghies off.
One message for any immigrant watching this video.
Kiss your arse out of our country before you regret it. Shreds. Don't be long.
Awesome stuff from the Saviour there. Yeah, just to remind you, of course, the Saviour doesn't agree with those views. He goes and does those excellent Vox Pops bits to expose the demos that he's at, including that one. Like I said on Sunday, it really staggers me that you have to refer to these people as your compatriots in the literal sense, I guess, certainly not in the political or emotional sense, that's for sure. It's an absolute embarrassment, if you ask me. Go on, ask me. Well, I think it's an embarrassment. Thanks for asking. And that wasn't some outlier, you know. They all get like that, don't they? Oh, you've just found the one example, the one bad apple, the one bad example. No, I've seen pictures and stuff that, yeah, there were the lines of people, men and women, alike, pissing up against walls and things like that. It was awful. Like I said, they're half cut by fucking midday. And then they take it from there. 43 arrests, including the counter demo. The vast majority of them were arrested at the far right. But we did see that example, of course, of the Grim Reaper costume guy getting lifted as well, which was an embarrassment. Yeah, it really was. They've still been pushing this false narrative, but it was really well attended. In fact, massively outnumbered the counter demo by some factor. In obvious matter of fact, the truth of the matter was that it was the opposite, the other way around. I think they put the Unite the Kingdom flag shagger rally at somewhere around 75,000, and it was somewhere between 250 to 275,000 for the counter demo. Quite pathetic, wasn't it, Vic?
Pathetic!
It was indeed. Oh, and in fact, Peasants Revolt. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Stick around for hot seats, which we're going to get into next, as we catch up with the latest on the by-election in Makerfield. And then we're going to go on to the leadership contest as well, which is entwined almost intrinsically. It's linked to intrinsically linked. That's the word. Together. Symbiotic relationship. Hit thumbs up if you just joined us on stream recently, and very quickly before we go into hot seats, let's get the latest on the poll, because it does concern the hot seats. Makerfield, where will the Green Party candidate finish? Most of you still believe third, although in second place, this is going to be one of those. Third's in first, first in fourth, fourth, no, I'll do it in a coherent way. So with 36% we have third, with 27% we have first, and jointly with 18% we have second and fourth. So third is first, first is second, and second and fourth are third. Has everybody got that? Just in case you didn't get that, second is first, first is second, and second and fourth are third. You're watching the Brews at 10 on my left eye. It's 7 minutes to 2 and 11 degrees here in Manchester, which is currently experiencing a light drizzle and light winds. Yes, it's hot seats. It's hot seats, Phil. Yes, and we've had a bit of an update since Sunday on one or two matters. So let's go through those. First of all, it has been confirmed that Andy Burnham will be the Labour candidate. That was pretty short work. They weren't going to turn him down a second time after all the furore last time. What's Josh Simons up to? Because he certainly wouldn't make way for a socialist, as we discussed on last stream and in recent videos as well. Reform have also announced who's going to be standing, and they've kind of taken a leaf out of the Green Party's book. Yes, because do you remember when Hannah Spencer was standing in Gorton and Denton, and people, Reform voters more specifically, were saying things like, oh yeah, she lives in a mansion, probably a multi-millionaire. Do you know how much plumbers make? They got, you know, shitloads of cash stuffed up the chimney and in every mattress. If they have a chimney, well, they probably do if it's a mansion that they live in. But no, all of a sudden, now being a plumber is okay because that's the apparent occupation of Reform's candidate. Apologies for the crudity of the thumbnail. We'll sort that out at some point. But yeah, we're going to just have a quick look at a video put out from the Manchester Evening News, actually, earlier today, about this Reform candidate. Let's see what's happening. Who is he? What's he all about? Apart from, of course, turning the NHS private and destroying the minimum wage. There's no narration, it's just the music, which I'm going to turn down because it might be you-know-what. Had too much of that recently, so that's the guy on the right there, the plumber. Robert Caton. What's it? Just go back. Kenyon, sorry. Robert Kenyon. Bobby Kenyon, the plumber. We've so we've got a plumber. We're going to have a postman coming up soon on stream as well. Spoiler alert. So it says here, you can see he stood for MP in the seat before. He came second. He's the same guy who stood in the 2024 election. He got 12,000 votes though. Second to Josh Simons, of course, who stood down. 6,000 behind, as it says there. He is from Makerfield. He's a local fella, so he's got that going for him. I'm not saying he's persuading me to vote for him. And here he is, going for a walk this time, not a jog. He's ditched this is the thing. He's from Liverpool, obviously. Burnham, but when he just happened to be out jogging with a multi-station film crew on his route, on his jogging route, he was wearing an Everton shirt, which, yeah, don't know how well that'd go down in Makerfield. But he's just going for a leisurely walk in this one, as he's confirmed as the candidate today, like I said. And you can see here, these are... I'll do some fake Burnham narration, just for the jolly of it. And you can, there's some trees here, over there, and on the left, and some even more trees over there, on the other side of the road. 5 trees. I'm all about trees, you know. Grew up in that tree. Means a lot to me. That one especially. Yeah, that's where I was born. Well, we know he was born in a tree, obviously. Yeah, he's born in a tree. Sorry. Taking that a bit far. Here he is, going round town. Just catching up with people. That's Piccadilly Station, OBS. There you can see River Irwell. Oh, no, that was Parliament, the Thames, and yeah, he's kind of... so he's picked up this "For Us" slogan, of which should be very easily doctored into U.S. for US, for the US. Yeah, because believe me, if Starmer cops it and Burnham becomes Prime Minister, there's still going to be plenty of "Let me get those papers off the floor for you, master," coming from Burnham, just in a softer, slower Mancunian accent, which is getting increasingly unconvincing. You might fool them down south, but you're not getting anything past us, mate. And you're not getting anything past Zoe Breadtok either. Caught this one earlier, check it out. Sums up Burnham very well. Says a lot about what's been going on whilst he's been running the council, of course, as Manchester Mayor. And says a lot about this word, this Manchesterism, that I've mentioned before on streams, that actually doesn't exist, you know. Yes, we are very unique as a city in Manchester, but the Manchesterism that Andy Burnham talks about and tries to tout isn't quite what it might seem at first glance. So let's see what's happening here. This is Zoe Breadtok. There's a link. Sorry, this is via TikTok, actually. So check them out on TikTok.
These towers in Manchester contain very expensive luxury flats. They were built by Darren Whittaker of Reniker, who received hundreds of millions of pounds worth of loans of taxpayer money. Off the back of those taxpayer loans, he became one of the UK's richest people. Then he liquidated one of his many companies, took out at least £340 million and moved to Monaco. But what does Monaco have that Manchester doesn't? There's the Manchester Riviera, the beautiful weather, ample parking. Oh yeah, if he stayed in Manchester, he'd owe about £120 million in tax. So he made all his money using taxpayers' money, and instead of paying it forward, he's fled the country and gone to a tax haven. Danny and I have actually been investigating this story for the last 6 months, including posing as potential buyers for a flat in one of the towers.
What was the cost of this one?
Twice.
You might have missed that one there. Yeah. A flat, 410 grand. 410 grand. So, if you win Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and you want that flat, as you want to keep a roof over your head in somewhere, slightly gentrified, above market, as they say, or whatever. Yeah, you'd be left with fewer than 60% of your winnings just with that purchase. 410,000 Great British pounds sterling. What a jib.
Yeah. We say 1819.
Confronting Andy Burnham on the radio about the lack of affordable housing.
Monthly rents, £1,800, £1,900 sterling. Rip off. Any Americans watching that's going on? Yeah, $2,500. $2,500.
You sit on top of the GMCA fund.
Yep.
It seems that like 70 to 80% of that fund has been lent to Renica, but Renica developments haven't actually contributed any social housing.
Nope. Remember, it's all private. Even Keir Starmer as well. This mentions Manchester, Andy Burnham, obviously. The Ware building, so many houses, pledge. It'll always be for private enterprise. It's for markets. It's for the fucking markets. Everything's for the markets. Of course, the capitalists idolise. And whether that's... So it will start with, let's say that something... A building, that is some kind of structure, is there before... and they're going to replace that with this private housing. The first step, of course, is demolition. They'll have to get rid of the old thing, so that's, money. Private demolition companies make a shitload of money out of that, and then it's construction. Loads of money in that. Tony Blair, obviously, has a lot of money invested in housing development, as does his son, Ewan. It's a very sordid, twisted game that a lot of them are playing simultaneously. So that's where the money is then funneled to. They'll get government subsidies and things like this, and tax breaks, and all of the rest of this, dirty, corrupt trash that comes along with it. And then at the end of the day, it's only the middle classes or above who can end up affording these. There's no social housing. The homelessness crisis continues to go on. The wealth gap continues to go on as well. Areas get gentrified while just literally within hundreds of yards away, you'll find, precincts with the shutters down and former council estates being left to rot. And that's what's happening. That's what's been happening here in Manchester as well, under Andy Burnham, who isn't a socialist. He's a, air quotes, centrist.
These are not grants, these are loans, and loans let at a commercial rate.
This seemed to be the stock answer, but no one ever said they were grants. We said they were Darren's. Why was he so favoured? Why didn't he have to contribute towards affordable housing? And why were the interest rates so low? Why Darren was being cuddled by Manchester, other companies were going bust. In a nutshell, Whittaker was lent about £800 million of public money at low interest rates, around 4%.
800 million? 800 million, Andy? Fuck me running. Do you know what you could do with that in Manchester? In the city itself alone, let alone in Greater Manchester? Yeah, it's 2026, and, they say even £1 billion doesn't go... But we're talking about a vast sum of money there. £800 million loan. Yeah. Of course, the richer you get, the more credit you get, and it snowballs and snowballs. It pays to be rich. They say the first million's the hardest, of course.
Instead of 8, and didn't have to build any affordable housing at all. He's just built boring, expensive flats for no offence. There's a thing called a Section 106 agreement, and if he was any other developer, he probably would have been expected to contribute about £100 million to affordable housing, but he's contributed a grand total of £0. Yet he makes 3 times the profit of everyone else. Every time it's the same. He goes to the councillor and says, look how profitable this is, please can I have a loan? And they say, wow, yes, of course you can, Darren. And then he says, oh, I don't think it's going to be viable for us to contribute to affordable housing. No, sorry, we don't make enough monies. And they say, oh, don't worry about that, it's okay, you don't have to. And then he says, hey, look how profitable this was, can I have another loan, please? And they say, well, yeah, of course. And then he says, I don't know if it's going to be viable for us to contribute to anything, no. And they say, that's okay. So after making hundreds of millions using taxpayer money...
Sorry, that was all a bit quick there. You can skip back if you want to keep up with that explanation.
He's decided to move to Monaco so we won't have to pay any tax on it. And it's all been made...
I reckon I'm going to get done off the music as well. So this snippet might be missing if you're watching back later on. In fact, you won't even be hearing me speak now, because I could say anything. In fact, I will. No, I'm only joking. Yeah, but I might have to cut out the music or something. We'll see.
Possible thanks to the Manchester City Council Planning Department.
Bloody fucking Manchester Council Planning Department. I'm going to go down there in the morning and I'm going to give them a piece of my fucking mind. Well done though. Zoe Breadtok. That's the name on TikTok. I'm not sure if that is the legit last name. The talk part might be something to do with the TikTok. Go and check it out if you use TikTok. I personally don't. Right, next bit. What do we have? Yeah, we'll bring the funk in for this because it's got a visual, a static visual, also known as a picture. What are those static visual things? Yeah, a bit of an update. An update on how many councillors that Reform have lost since the local elections, which were not even 3 weeks ago. Yeah, on and on it goes. You can see there 6 have lost. They lost the seats. Actually, that's not going to change. The lost seats, that can only happen once during the locals. But yeah, with the 4% drop in vote share, those 5, sorry, not 6, went with a lost seat. What can we see there? 8 have resigned, 4 have defected, 5 have been suspended for various reasons, and 1 has been directly sacked. That's Dr. David Bullshit. Dr. David Bull. So what's that? Let's tally up. We got 24. Incredible shit. Incredible Dr. David Bull shit. Not even 3 weeks. Not even 3 weeks in. And it's not just those people who you saw on your screen there who are in trouble, of course. Nigel Farage can't keep his story straight on. Basically where the money came to pay for his fancy expensive house. And to explain away this £5 million bung from a cryptocurrency douche. Let's check out the Canary with a bit of a report. Awesome stuff. Link to the Canary in the description as well. Go and subscribe.
Have you received a £5 million donation from a crypto billionaire that wasn't your fault? Are your balls being cupped by the UK's 6th richest man? And he just won't let go. Because you don't really want him to. Well, here at the Nigel Farage School for Excuses, we've developed a radical new technique to unconvincingly explain how this scenario is completely normal, and there's nothing to see here. If you've received a lump sum from a Thailand-based businessman who hasn't lived in the UK for over 20 years, yet has donated £22 million to right-wing parties for some definitely above-board reason, then simply follow these 3 simple steps. Step 1. Don't say anything. That dodgy money's yours. But should some pesky little lefty twat discover you have in fact received a colonic irrigation from a billionaire, then...
That will be me.
Move on to step 2 immediately. Say you need the £5 million for personal security and then purchase a house for £1.4 million in Surrey in cash. With any luck, this new dodgy domain will blend in very nicely with the 4 other properties you already own and nobody will notice. But if the nosy wokey bastards do, then move on to step 3. Say the money was a reward for campaigning for Brexit for 27 years. We did say Brexit would make us richer, we just didn't say who.
Reward.
It's possible at this stage that people may accuse you of being a mouthpiece for whichever person's willing to pay you enough money. If they do, it's very important that you say,
hang on a second, I can't be bought by anybody.
If you're simpering for Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez's big naturals...
Sorry, ignore that last bit, it was just an editing.
Yeah, he says he can't be bought, and this guy literally does cameos. You can pay him to say anything. If that's not, being bought, then what is? Directly. And I'm going to just raise this cup of brew to a Hugh Janus. Solidarity, Hugh Janus.
The Nigel Farage School for Excuses. Enrol today and have the cost of the course paid for by a crypto billionaire. No strings attached, of course.
Nope, not a single string. Can't remember the words to the Pinocchio song. I'm not going to sing it on stream either. That's for sure. Unless I get a super chat request, and I don't know, then we might barter. Great stuff from the Canary there. Do go and subscribe. Like I said, there's a link in the description of the stream. So those are the updates. Let's see the latest update on the poll as well. Most of you still think that the Green candidate will finish 3rd in Makerfield. 27% think they'll actually win. It's still a tie between 2nd and 4th, so 3rd is 1st, 1st is 2nd, and 2nd and 4th are 3rd. 3rd is 1st, 1st is 2nd, and 2nd and 4th are 3rd. Those are the latest statistics on the poll. And in fact, that is it for this round of Hot Seats, Makerfield, and Peasants Revolt. Are you ready to boogie? Let's go.
Okay!
Too loud. The neighbours have been complaining. You just watch your steps, sonny.
No, it's just quality, isn't it? Yes, people, we'll keep up to speed with more updates in Makerfield. Still a few weeks away. It'll be towards the end of next month, the actual ballot. Peasants of Revolt, I'll take it from that comment that you do appreciate that slightly adjusted outro there. Quality. Yeah, what's next? Okay. I did say as we were watching The Reformed Plumber earlier that we'd be hearing from a certain postman, and I think, you know, regular viewers will know what that means, people. Yes, it's time to see what he's up to, what Postman Twat is up to with another round of deliveries. So let's go over to the appropriate section and film this. There we go. You can see him in the corner there. Just one moment, gotta go back to the other bit for a sec. Grab something. To go. Yeah, this part was actually snipped out of the previous streams it was used on. We'll see what we can do here. Relentless, quite relentless we are. We'll try and try again.
No,
It's not that one. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to BBC Two, where we begin this afternoon on the seesaw and Postman Twat delivering a delivering the plan for change. Yeah, sorry if I've ruined anybody's childhoods with that, but I do agree with Andy, actually. It's Keith that's ruined it with his fake resemblance to the original. It's the word deliver that's ruined my life. I think I'm scarred for life. Really. Yeah, that's got a Pavlovian trigger response complex forever. It's all because of Keith, but I will have my revenge by taking the piss out of his repetitiveness. So it's only a short clip, because he won't budge, he refuses to quit. He was interviewed by the BBC earlier, and we're going to see how many times El Twatio here makes an appearance. Yeah, it doesn't count towards a league or anything, usual. It's just for fun. Message and all that. You'll see a picture and hear a noise every time it's mentioned. That is the word deliver. We're not listening out for the word twats in case any non-regular viewers are a bit confused by what in the fuck's going on here.
No, we've got a lot of work to do, and I was addressing Labour Party staff, actually.
I've not seen this before,
this morning, reminding them and reminding the whole team, really, that we were elected into office by millions of people to bring about change in this country. That's our responsibility. My responsibility is to serve the people who voted us into office, serve my country, to remind people what we...
Sorry, I'm supposed to give analysis whilst... instead of just listening out for the fucking word deliver, because this is a serious channel all about politics and society from a left-wing point of view. Yeah, but as far as him being elected to serve the people, that really isn't being reflected in public attitude, in polling, in vibes. He just can't read the room. Yeah, refuses to leave. The hostage negotiators are outside number 10 as we speak, but he's still refusing to come out. And it really is quite embarrassing because he's, like in many other cases, become that he criticised the Tories for being when they were in office, and now it's just more of the same. That's not serving the British people. Certainly isn't delivering the plan for change.
We have achieved already in terms of stabilising the economy, investing in the NHS so that waiting lists are coming down. All those things make a material difference to people's lives. But
this was today, and the employment figures don't look good because the amount of people on PAYE, that is pay as you earn, is down. The number of people on payroll is down. Unemployment is actually up. These aren't good things. It's not a day to be gloating, Keir Starmer. And these hyperbolically inflated figures about waiting lists, when you look and scratch beneath the surface, I think you'll find there's been a bit of book cooking going on there.
There's a lot more to do, and obviously after the local election results and the results in Scotland and Wales, we need to show we can turn things around, and that's what we're doing. But I'm very focused on what I can...
Oh, have we had a raid? I think we've had a raid, have we? I'm getting some sort of notification. It normally asks me to throw you a load of adverts when we get a raid, which it's doing now, and then I tell it to fuck off. Because you only get ads if you're watching back later on, not if you're watching live, apart from right at the beginning. But have we had a raid, and if so, where from? Let's see what's happening. Just let us know. Sorry, I didn't get a notification. But wherever you're from, wherever you've raided from, you're very welcome here. This is the Brews at 10 on My Left Eye. Please hit thumbs up as you join us on stream. We've got a poll going as well. For where you think the Green candidate will finish in the Makerfield by-election. Please do fill that out. I'm your humble host, Lefty. We are just watching a short clip of Keith here, seeing how many times he mentions deliver, which is represented by Postman Twat, as you can see on the scoreboard there. That's just about as well as I can summarise what's happening. Welcome once again, dear Raiders. Oh, it's Kevin Logan. Solidarity to Kevin Logan, yes. Do go and check out Kevin's page at Ploppy111 and subscribe, viewers here on My Left Eye.
I consider it to be my responsibility, my duty, and that is to the country.
8 days ago you said you will fight the next election and serve a full second term. Is that still the case?
I do want...
It sounds like Chris Bloody Mason asking the questions, so let's see what he says. Is he going to try and stick it out? It seems almost comedic now to say the sentence, stick it out until the 2029 election. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Fight the next election. Obviously, I recognise that after the local election results, the elections in Wales and Scotland as well, that the first task is obviously turning things around and making sure that my focus is in the right.
I'm pretty certain within days of winning the election in 2024, you said now was the time to turn things around, and it would begin now. Change begins now. Sleeves rolled up. You can see it in the little thumbnail that they've got to the right of the footage there, of him at the lectern with the shirt without the tie. Of course, those sleeves will be rolled up, and it was all that business. And it's happening now. We've won the bloody election. And now here we are in 26, and still things are just as bad, if not arguably worse. Just before the raid, I did mention unemployment is up, people on payroll figures are down, wages are stagnating as well in relation to inflation. Bit of a shit show, Keith.
The last 10 days, there's been a lot of activity which hasn't been as focused, in my view, as it should have been. And I remind myself every day that I was elected into office to serve the...
I can't believe every day that you were elected to office. I can't believe every day that we have to be subjected to you, these ridiculous excuses, your refusal to read the room and to leave office and to realise that you've been found out. Okay, the Starmer project has failed. It has led us here, and it hasn't accelerated Keir Starmer to great heights of popularity. It hasn't dragged the country out of the mire, as was promised so many times. And in saying that's why they had to get rid of Corbyn, because it would have been chaos. It would have been chaos. Does it look like we've been in calm waters since 2019, Keith? No. And you're the main arbiter of all of this. You bastard.
People to serve the country. That's what I believe in, and that's what I'll be getting on with.
If someone else gets 81 M...
And why don't you do us a favour and don't let the door hit you on the way out?
MP backers and challenges for leadership, will you fight them?
Well, we're not at that position, Chris, but I've said I don't know how many times that I'm not going to walk away. I feel very strongly that I must serve the people who voted me into office. Do I recognise that we've got to turn things around after those election results? Yes, of course I do. And obviously a lot of people in the Labour Party have been talking about what has to happen next. I recognise.
they've been saying that it's your fault. Your name is the thing that came up most on the doorsteps that that people were moving away from Labour towards the Green Party, unfortunately also towards Reform, and to a lesser extent, the bloody Liberal Democrats as well. It's you. You just really can't see it. This man, and I use the term loosely, is utterly devoid of self-awareness. And he has to realise this, and I'm not saying this because I want to revive the Labour Party. It's as dead to me as I'm sure it is to many of you watching now. It's for the sake of us, for the sake of the bloody country, because we've got to get a proper socialist in, and I don't mean Andy pissing Burnham either. But the sooner we get through all of this lot and get a genuine socialist in, the better. 2029 seems like a long way away at the moment.
But it is really important, I think, for me at least, to remind myself, why am I in politics? I came in to serve my country. That's how we...
You came in 2015 to undermine Jeremy Corbyn and then worm your way up towards the leadership with an absolute tissue of lies that was the 10 pledges, and then you had the loveless landslide after you stabbed Corbyn in the back, of course. And now here we are. That's what your career's been. And of course, a lot of Zionist lobbying along the way, and money from private health firms as well. £13 million this guy's worth. £13 million. Someone on a low six-figure salary, that is. How do you accumulate such wealth, especially if you've only been a member of Parliament for 11 years?
Won the election, and every day I remind myself that's people are struggling with the cost of living. They're worried about their health service. They can see that this government is, we have got growth to a better place. That is good because it means there's more money that we can use on the services that they need. We have got those waiting lists down. That really does matter for people using the NHS. But my job is to serve and to carry out that responsibility, and that's what I'll do. No.
Well, there wasn't a single mention. He's bummed out, he's crashed out. Well, even ridiculous parody representations of Keir Starmer in the form of Postman Twat here. Can't get a single score. Perhaps it's long locals, that's what it is. We had the long Corbyn. Of course, when did long Corbyn end, by the way? And new Starmer begin? Or maybe long Corbyn was just a load of bullshit in the first place. It's almost as if, isn't it? So that was only a short clip, but they normally really churn them out there in the sound bites. Delivering the plan for change and all of that. Well, get one of those in a minute. We'll do a Keith's catchphrases proper, of course, tomorrow with the return of PMQs. But for now, that's it for Postman Twat and Deliver. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to BBC Two, where we begin this afternoon on the seesaw and Postman Twat delivering the plan for change. Postman Twat there. Solid Steve, that's a little bit vulgar in the chat. Yeah, we might do an after hours edit with that one in. Just got to make a couple of adjustments there. And we'll move on just with a couple of bits of UK politics, finally. Yes, Andy, sing along. Always sing along with the jingles. I don't do that live on stream, by the way. It was pre-recorded. I mean, whoever the original singer was. Also, please, those of you rated in, do subscribe to the channel. If you're not familiar with us already, open up our recent video. Help give us a boost. Thank you very much, people. Forgot to say that earlier. Yeah, I'll refuse the live ads, but I'll just do a bit of channel plugging, so to speak. But yeah, we've got some fresh data. This is hot off the press. YouGov been probing the public's brains on a few matters surrounding this leadership contest, this emerging leadership contest. Only 2 names in the hat at the moment. That is Streeting and Starmer. Of course, these polls are taken as a given that Burnham will win in Makerfield, although perhaps they shouldn't put all of their eggs in one basket. But nonetheless, this is of course on the condition that Burnham is successful. If there's a leadership contest, first preference does go to Burnham with 47%. Starmer somewhat behind on 31%, way behind, and then it does dip off again, somewhat dramatically. Angela Rayner, being the current MP, only MP, within reach, not within reach, but closest to Starmer. Then Wes Streeting, who of course is a contender. I can't even believe they put Miliband's name on there. 3%, but yeah, 3% or less for everybody else. Yeah, I think those names there are pretty fanciful. Cooper, Mahmood and Carnes. Yeah. Maybe they put themselves forward as a paper candidate just to fill out the numbers, I don't know. Try and make it look like a more serious thing. But they certainly haven't got a fighting chance, and you have to include Wes Streeting in that one. Here's the topic of our latest video, by the way, for anybody who's not seen it. I'm pleased to open it on a mobile device and give us some hype points. So YouGov have also put this into a head-to-head category, and this is particularly interesting because if these stats are to be believed, then I might be somewhat inclined to make an early prediction, if you'll forgive me for doing so. So preemptively, but I might call it a conditional early prediction, subject to change, possibly. But I'll just lay this one on you after I've been through these head-to-heads. So it looks as though in any case where Burnham is involved, he would turn out on top, 59% to Starmer's 37%. If he was up against Streeting, he'd beat him by 80% to 10%. If for some reason Ed Miliband got back on the horse, that is 2015, falling short as Labour leader, Ed Miliband, against Wes Streeting, even he would defeat the Ilford North MP, former Secretary of Health. Titles. However, this is very interesting, people, because Angela Rayner, former deputy, of course, was sacked. There was the whole furore over unpaid stamp duty on a lavish second property. If she comes forward, and this would be, of course, under the hypothetical that Andy Burnham falls short, against Streeting, she'd come out on top 70 to 19. So I think if Angela Rayner has seen these stats, she'll be jumping out of her seat, to be honest. Because obviously I think she's just the same, you know. Starmer, Streeting, Burnham, even Rayner, doesn't matter who we get. perhaps even just from an optics point of view, you know, a northern female instead of a southern male. Of course, the Labour Party have never had a female leader. She might think that this is the time to go for it, and if she does so, I dare say that she might be successful, because I do think that Andy Burnham's chances in Makerfield are somewhat overstated. Let's put it that way. Yeah. There's been previous content about that. I won't get on a tangent. Just finally, with these stats. On Keir Starmer, should he take the party into the next election? 28% of Labour voters think so. And to remain as leader until closer to the next general election. It's good that they included the word closer, because I really don't think he'll make it all the way. If it's in 29, that is. Yeah, 33%. And then to step down within months, 33%. Yeah. Pretty almost evenly split there. Excuse me. What do you think of these stats? Quite interesting, I think, the Angela Rayner one there. Yeah, even before seeing these, I would have expected Rayner to do better than Streeting anyway, but that margin, I think, surpasses even my wildest expectations. I can see some familiar names in the Raiders as well. Comrie, nice to see you. Adam Gordon. Good evening. Chat and comments on those stats if you're watching back later. Comedy interlude now. We're going to have a double, actually. One of them's rather short, so we'll start with this one, which is comedy bits, if you want to put it that way, that I've not used before. In fact, it's quite recent. It has, of course, been in its original incarnation in the States for over 50 years now. Saturday Night Live. It's just recently appeared on U.K. TV, on Sky, which is probably why I've not seen it yet. But I've got a snippet here from a sort of parody sort of news programme. Various incarnations of those, but let's check out this one and see what's happening. So yeah, comedy double bill, starting with this one. It does concern UK politics and the elections, which is why I'm including it, of course.
We start with some breaking news from the Labour Party. Wes Streeting has just confirmed that if there is a leadership contest, he will challenge Keir Starmer. And now we've had reports from inside Westminster that Wes Streeting could be right on the verge of hitting puberty. More on those balls as they drop. Earlier this week, Keir Starmer, seen here... Hang on, sorry, which one is he?
That's very good. That is very good. Can't tell the difference between Starmer and the wall.
Earlier this week, Starmer met with Wes Streeting at number 10. Starmer's allies insisted the meeting was just two men having a coffee. Oh my God, they're
Streeting and Starmer's meeting lasted only 16 minutes. A disappointment for Wes, who'd met with himself before he left the house in the hope it'd last longer. There's now a real chance Wes Streeting might become the Prime Minister. Truly, the worm has turned. And I'm not calling Wes a worm because I don't respect his policies. I'm calling him a worm because he looks like a worm. Members of Reform UK have expressed worries that Wes Streeting is a friend of Mandelson. Sorry, it's 2026, just say gay.
Friend of Dorothy.
Another potential challenger for the leadership is Andy Burnham, whose key policy difference to Streeting is that his hair goes in the other direction.
And what about the other parties? Let's turn now to the Lib Dems. Now let's turn away from the Lib
Dems. That was good.
Former Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner is also in the mix and could make history as the first female red-headed Prime Minister who doesn't understand tax. Sorry, I'm welling.
Vicky Wrangler and Luton's angriest twink, Tommy Robinson, led the Unite the Kingdom march in London today. The Met Police said they had deployed over 4,000 officers. Luckily, they were going to go anyway. No.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. In a lot of the cases, yeah.
It was actually quite a diverse crowd. There were 20,000 bald men, 40,000 XL bullies, and one mini bully.
Well, unless that guy's, going on 6.5 feet tall. Yeah, how tall is he actually, Lennon? Don't even know. Is he like 5'3"? Wee guy.
Live facial recognition technology was used by the police for the first time at the protest. It's a huge breakthrough, proving the technology is finally advanced enough to work on munters.
Oh, quality. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's the first I've seen from that UK version of SNL. It's just a shame it's on that platform. Yeah, calling Yaxel Lennon a twink, I think, is pretty good as well. Quite bold, quite bold. Certainly seems left-leaning. That's how my left eye sees it at the moment. I got another one here. Not the same show. This is a Hitler's Rants parody. When he's found out about the whole Burnham thing. Let's see his response.
Bin schön, dass Sie untergekommen.
Vielen Dank, Feuerwehr. Did we come from Göring?
Putsch, it fits so perfect. Because it's a putsch, that's the German word for coup. Der Krieg ist verloren, ja? And that will be the end of Starmer. We'll see, even if he does survive this somehow. And he's still got problems between here and 29. The one thing that worries me, of course, is that if he does come through this, he'll think he's popular, he'll think he's infallible, invincible, politically. That's a scary thought, considering the man that we're talking about. No, don't need postman swats. Get with it. Right, people, time for a shout out to all the members on the channel. 106 now. Thanks to everybody whose names you can see on the screen. A lot of members in the chat as well this evening. Great to see you. Thanks for your support. Thanks for gifting memberships to other people as well. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks all the coffees that you've bought us and stuff, as well as all of the support wherever it comes from. Quick reminder, please check out our most recent video. Share some hype points if you can by watching on a mobile device and hitting the thumbs up button. Make sure you've also hit thumbs up on this stream. Just a few simple gestures go a long way. You're on my left eye, and to add your name to the list of marvellous members you can see on the screen. It's just 99 pence, a fraction of the price of a tasty hot beverage, so check out the perks by hitting the join button. That does mean that we are coming towards the end of the stream, but stay right where you are, people. A few post-credits shenanigans updated as well. Don't like it getting stagnant. Don't let the brew get stagnant. Yes, and then we'll do a raid. Currently seeing who we've got live. Barring anyone being live, I will shamelessly raid into one of the videos on the channel, which I'm sure you'll share around your social media as well. But as far as things go from me, just thanks again for being here, everybody in the chat. It's been great to see you. Solidarity, everybody. Power to the people. Free Palestine, Lebanon, Sudan and Yemen. Don't let the bastards grind you down. Don't watch the news, be the news. And my left eye will be seeing you soon. Good night.
$300K or we take it to Sky. If Raquel Walsh doesn't want to stay in a Trust House Forte, we'll stick her in a youth hostel, see if she likes that.
The door is open and you can leave.
It's what Hitler and Goering did, and it is textbook. And if you think the next time it happens, we're gonna recognize it because they're wearing scary uniforms, you're out of your damn